mattered. I was completing my first marathon. I don't know why I decided one day I'd run a marathon. I'd never been much of a sporting participant. The Melbourne Marathon is a pride event in the marathon schedule in Australia. The race was in October. Spring had been in the air for over a month. And Melbourne, with its beautiful parks and elm trees, looked as ready as ever to stage an event. Ready to stage yet another great event. Training seemed a very distant memory at this time. 6 a.m. starts, which began in the heat of the preceding summer months and through the chilly winter mornings of Melbourne. But here I was at the start line of my first Melbourne Marathon. A week before, I stopped running. I was in the tapering phase of my training. This is the best part of the training. Imagine no training in your schedule at all. No exercise, but all you have to do is eat. Carbo load, they say. Eat as many carbs into your body as you can to build up your energy reserve. This was my best week ever. I excelled in it. The gun went off and the race was on. The body and mind in partnership. One foot after the other with the mind in command. I had heard that everyone usually starts off with a really quick pace, and due to the excitement, and this occasion was no exception. But the golden rule was to stick at your own pace as you've got 42 kilometres to run. And if you start off too quick, too early, you might burn out before the end. So with that in mind, there was Steve, one tortoise, surrounded by hares. I was getting past left, right and centre, but I had a plan and I was sticking to it. The pace of the race seemed to slow, and the hares who had flown past me were now being passed by me. But we all still had 30 kilometres to run, and you never know if you'll see them again. The 20 kilometre marker appeared. It was time to check in with the body and see how it was going. Couldn't feel any blisters, no sharp pains. I still knew my name and age. Gee, I thought, this is looking good. If I've done 20 kilometres and I'm feeling this good, another 20 kilometres should be no problem, right? I hit the 30k marker. I started to question if the race distance markers were correct. It had seemed some time ago I'd seen the 20k mark. Could this be true? I was thinking in my mind. Are the markers all wrong? My body was really starting to feel the stress of running. So my mind immediately went into action. Run. Ignore all markers from now on, as it just couldn't be that far to go. Good. Melbourne had put on a fine sunny day, and I was feeling as hot as a fried egg being cooked on the roof. Sweat now running down my eyes. I could no longer focus on too much around me, except that hot little butt running in front of me. Oh, the joys of running. I was doing everything in mind, and was doing everything to keep my mind away from my body going into meltdown. I heard people on the sidelines cheering friends on, and occasionally I would switch names and yell back, "That's my name!" And they give me high fives and we get laughs from the crowd. That 1 minute distraction gave me 10 minutes of further running before my body started to occupy my mind again. Further tricks I used in training was if my body was spent and I didn't want to run anymore, I'd play the corner game. I would say to my body, "Okay, you can get me to the next corner, I'll give up and we're going to have a rest. When I got to that corner, I'd re-evaluate again and say to my body, if you got to that corner, I'm sure you can get to the next. I played this mind game many times during the marathon. The 38-kilometre distance marker appears. The mind states, this must still be wrong. I have to be nearly there. So my mind tells my body again, ignore markers, you don't have that far to run. The MCG is in sight now. Yes, body, you can do it. I was hoping the finishing line would be as I entered the ground. But I was wrong. A loop of the MCG ground was required before the finishing line. Some 800 metres. Bloody hell, I said to myself. I had nothing left. The body wanted to shut down. But to my amazement, with 20,000 people cheering us runners on, I found the willpower and ran that last 800 metres and finished. I just completed my first marathon. Yes, training and preparing the body physically is a major requirement for a marathon, but without the willpower, you could never get there. I recommend to you all, you too have the willpower to complete a marathon and enjoy the mind game.